Hello and welcome, everyone. My name is Caroline McGraw from The Clearing, and today we're here to talk about what is the deal with depression and addiction? What is it really all about, and how can we heal from it? So if you Google what is depression, you will get this definition: a mental health disorder characterized by persistently depressed mood. Now, this is true as far as it goes, but it does not clarify the root cause of the depression. The low mood is a symptom, it's not the cause. So based on that definition, a lot of people believe that depression is just sadness. And so they think that the fix is to feel happy again. And mostly these people mean really well. But if you have ever been depressed, then you know just how frustrating it is when someone is trying to cheer you out of it and cheer you up. You might have even started avoiding people, not because you don't care about them, but because it is just so frustrating to try and relate to someone who's trying to jolly you up out of depression. And you're feeling numb and emotionless and just kind of blank in a sort of terrible way, and they want you to go back to the way you were, but you don't really know how to do that, and so it just gets tricky on all sides. And I love this quote from Ali Brosh of Hyperbole and a Half talking about this experience, and she writes, "It's weird for people who still have feelings to be around depressed people. They try to help you have feelings again so things can go back to normal, and it's frustrating for them when that doesn't happen." So the problem is that most people don't understand the true nature of depression. In our program, we define depression very simply with just 3 words: anger turned inward. Depression is anger turned inward. It gets straight to the heart of the matter. It doesn't talk about symptoms, it talks about the root cause. So depression comes on when you have stored anger that you have not allowed yourself to feel or to express. And while depression does manifest often as sadness or apathy or hopelessness, it starts off as anger. And when a person carries around a lot of this internalized anger, they experience a cluster of symptoms that we call depression. So this is tricky because depression doesn't look like anger. Again, it looks like a loss of interest. It looks like hopelessness. It might even look like suicidal thoughts. So how does addiction come into play here? If you're feeling emotionally dead inside, why reach for the drink? Why reach for the drug? So as it turns out, feeling nothing, feeling numb and apathetic, actually feels pretty awful. If you've ever been there, then you know. Because again, the thing is, it's not really nothing. It may feel like nothing, but it's actually anger that we've walled off. It's the refusal to feel. And the refusal to feel angry, be it at ourselves, at others, at the world, at God, whatever it is, actually feels pretty terrible. So we're carrying around all this anger. We feel terrible. And it's only natural to want to feel better. We all want to feel better. Or even just to feel less bad. Sometimes we don't even aim that high. We don't even aim for better. We just want to feel less bad. So we reach for a drink or a drug or a compulsive habit that will just take us out of ourselves for just a little while. And when we reach for that coping mechanism over and over and over, we can develop an addiction. Fortunately, there is a way out of this, and it's fairly simple, which is not to say that it's easy. The way out is to learn constructive ways to feel and express our anger, to make it okay for us to feel what we're feeling, those emotional hurts that we've pushed down. When we can do that, then we can take the next step, which is to apply love to the parts of ourselves that hurt. And when we do that, we're able to heal. So first we need to feel them, then we need to give them love, and that's how healing happens. So, really important note here. Most of us were never taught to do this. There's not usually a class on this in school. Most of our families didn't know about how to do this. So this isn't something to go through alone. Give yourself the tools you need, the support you need to work through all the anger and the hurt that you've held at bay. And everyone is different. So this might mean for you, maybe it's outpatient therapy once a week. Maybe that's great. Maybe it means choosing inpatient treatment for depression. And that's actually a really big part of what we do. We help people with a dual diagnosis of substance abuse and a mental health concern, such as depression or anxiety or post-traumatic stress disorder. So again, everyone is different, but no one should have to go through it alone. And the other good news is that a lot of times we feel so afraid to feel our anger. Even with a supportive person with us, we're so scared to admit that we're angry. But the good news is what we see in our program again and again is that when people actually take the risk of allowing themselves to feel their anger, they discover that it's benevolent in the sense that it's not out to destroy you. Your anger's purpose is not to take you down. Its purpose is actually to guide you. And in our past Facebook Live video on anger and addiction, we talked about this, the purpose of anger. And really, it's there to let you know that something's wrong, something that you need is absent, or something you can't tolerate is present. That's the purpose of anger. Either you don't have something that you need, or you're putting up with something that is intolerable to you. That's it. Again, it's not out to get you. It's there to help you and to guide you. And I love this image of, if you think of your anger as fire, like on an old-fashioned torch, like maybe, okay, we're in Game of Thrones or something, you've got a torch and your anger is burning on top. And of course, this is dangerous. I mean, you don't want to just be flinging it every which way, right? You could start a fire, you could cause some damage. But if you hold it really purposefully, if you're careful with it and you're the one in control of it, then it can light your way through the dark. So keep that in mind, that your anger can guide you rather than sabotage you. And thank you for listening. And as usual, we will link to a couple of the relevant posts in the comments section. And you're always welcome to come and visit us over at www.theclearingnw.com for more free posts, free videos, and free resources. Thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.